Before you are 10,000 bees. And in the next 100 days, what will they be like? No protective netting, no contingency plan, just one mistake, everything will collapse. To become a true hive, they must face fear, death, and war. The entire colony has only one goal: to protect the queen bee. If the queen dies, it's all over. And from this moment on, their survival rests in my hands. This project begins with a single idea: observing an entire honeybee society. Ethical boundaries are established immediately. These bees are never trapped. They must always be free to leave. Success is defined clearly as a colony that survives, grows, and eventually produces honey naturally, which is why honeybees are chosen for their complex social structure and cooperative intelligence. Even indoors, their navigation remains tied to the sun and the outside world. Seasonal brood cycles determine the future strength of the colony. Among the most dangerous enemies is Varroa Destructor, a silent killer. A stable indoor location is chosen to minimize temperature fluctuations, and a cabinet is converted into a sealed yet breathable observation hive. Ventilation is designed to mimic natural airflow without drying the hive. Every unintended gap inside the home is carefully sealed. Oh no, but one has crawled out. A dedicated exit tube leads outdoors, and all unintended gaps are sealed. Airflow stability is tested to ensure fresh air without drafts. The tube is oriented toward daylight to support natural navigation cues. Temperature consistency is monitored continuously over a full day. With sanitation complete, the hive system is fully prepared for bee transfer. An emergency isolation container is prepared in case immediate separation becomes necessary. The parasitic treatment equipment is prepared in advance before use. Accurate observation tools allow for the early detection of small changes so that they can be addressed immediately. The most critical step begins with locating the queen within the source colony, often revealed by clustering workers. The queen is gently isolated to minimize stress, then secured in a ventilated cage that allows pheromones to flow. The queen is transported carefully to her new indoor environment. Workers detect familiar pheromones and form a protective cluster as wing fanning spreads the queen's scent throughout the hive. With no aggression appearing and the queen fully accepted, the colony is ready for full worker transfer. This is a critical step. Workers are transferred only at night and released near the hive entrance to prevent chaos. Living bridges form, and survival-critical communication reactivates instantly. Guard behavior emerges immediately, and as morning light breaks, workers cautiously approach the exit and begin orientation flights marking the colony's first true day in the new hive. Wax production begins as the colony shifts from survival to construction, with combs rising from carefully chosen anchor points. Hive geometry emerges without guidance or measurement, as the queen personally inspects new construction before laying eggs. Nurse bees precisely sustain the brood, and as the hive expands, defense becomes a permanent role. Foraging surges as the colony enters its growth phase, with fresh nectar filling newly built cells. Information spreads through movement alone, allowing the colony to constantly prioritize tasks by necessity. Waste is swiftly removed as the colony collectively fights to control temperature and humidity. Population stabilizes as brood and food production align. Oh no! The first external threat strikes, and alarm signals rip through the hive in seconds. Rather than killing immediately, workers imprison the intruder, as protecting the brood becomes the highest priority, and guard numbers rapidly increase at all access points. Oh no! Another scout wasp is probing the nest's defenses. The colony prepares for direct confrontation as guards engage the wasp at the entrance, using heat and vibration to overwhelm the attacker. After the conflict, the colony restores order by removing losses and immediately sanitizing the hive to protect its health. However, subtle signs indicated a more serious threat was emerging. Varroa destructor is confirmed inside the colony, feeding directly on developing larvae and weakening future generations. If left untreated, this parasite could collapse the entire colony. Intervention must be careful. The goal is help, not disruption, so a non-invasive oxalic acid vaporization is chosen, briefly sealing airflow to target parasites while minimizing bee stress. After a while, the mites lose their ability to cling to the bees and fall off, and normal airflow is restored to clear away any remaining moisture. Within days, signs of recovery become visible as a new generation emerges, clearly signaling a turning point. After that process, we only extracted a portion of the honey, helping the colony remain strong, and the story ends with profound respect for both the colony and itself.